Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since y'all have last seen me. I've been a little busy, so in today's video, I'm going to show you my dream shop build. I know it's been a while since y'all have seen me, and I apologize for the wind. It's very windy today, but I've been busy, and that's because I've been working on my dream shop build. So I thought I'd do a quick video, or a quick series of videos, to show y'all kind of the progress that I'm making on this, and then I'll do an overall kind of like build. As you can see right now, everything in here, everything's kind of stuffed in here, all the equipment we've been using. More about this in a second, as well as my office that I'm building. I'm gonna apologize if in the intro video you can see I've got overspray all over me and all over my face and beard. That's because we've been painting the little apartment that is attached to my shop. You can see there's actually a covered breezeway here so that I can park whichever vehicle that I'll be daily driving. Yes, I still have both Rangers. We've got another vehicle in the works, but it'll be a while before that's ready. That's that BMW project. But I figure real quick I'll just show you kind of inside the apartment. It's about 800 and some odd square feet. I don't remember the exact number, about 890 to 900. And we got the walls all primed. Use that Graco sprayer. Some of it, we finished the ceiling today, and it's still drying, so this is flashing off. But that's my first time actually using a paint sprayer, so it worked pretty well. Got a little kitchen, living room. We'll go in here. A little laundry room. Now we still have a little bit. We actually ran out of paint, so I got to finish priming that drywall there. Bedroom, bathroom, pretty good size closet, walk-in shower. So yeah, I just want to show you, this is the little apartment that'll be attached here. I am on my family's farm here. Let me show you. It's about 30 acres, a little shy of 30 acres, but gorgeous view back here. All these live oak trees and open coastal fields. And I'm kind of surrounded by the old barns and everything. We have some cattle here, some Brangus cattle. Let's see if they're over here. We just let them back in this field today, so they're happy to be out in this big field. We had to tear down the fence that was here and actually make a makeshift fence to get all this kind of set up, because like I said, we're building this on an old dairy farm. Now, as far as the building, what was here beforehand was actually my grandparents' old milk barn, and it was built of cement bricks. So the problem was it was about almost 50 or 60 years old, and it was starting to deteriorate. So what we did last year, or actually last summer, we went in and we gutted the entire thing, got some of the old sheet metal off the roofs, which I have over here still, and I'll show you a little bit of how I'm using that in a second. Got some of that old sheet metal off the roofs. Here's the door actually to the old milk barn, and that's actually going to be my laundry room door. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Just a little bit of neat nostalgia here to add kind of the like farmhouse feel of the place. But anyway, so we gutted the milk barn, had it demoed, had it completely leveled. They dug a big pit and put all the cement blocks down underneath here, and then they came in and poured this concrete pad. Now my shop size here is 45 by 36 feet. That's the dimensions, and I've got 4 inches of concrete up until I get to here. There's a 6 inches worth of concrete at 3,000 psi, and that's to put this Atlas Platinum PVL10 2-post lift. So I'm not quite done getting it installed yet. I've actually been filming a video more of my traditional style, where I have my cinema camera up and filming more like an instructional video of how it's done. And one of the reasons that, well, we don't have it finished, that install video done, I've actually pretty much, it's been sitting like this now for about a month and a half, almost 2 months now. The reason is we just got power actually. And so the electricians have to come back, or Andrew, one of the two, my buddy Andrew, who does a lot of work for me, and power this thing up, and then we can get all the hydraulic fluid in here. But now that we do have power, I'll show you something else that's kind of special. And I'll talk a little bit about the foam in a second, because I know you can tell it's 2 different colors. So here's my lights. You can see they're very, very bright. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how many lights I have without sitting and counting, but these are actually special high CRI, which is color reproduction index, film lights, and I got them from waveformlighting.com. These lights are true and accurate to color. They're a 5,000 degree Kelvin, which is more of a brighter white color temperature. And since I do so much filming and making videos for YouTube, I wanted actual, you know, LED high CRI lights so that I could produce, you know, accurate images and everything. Definitely not necessary. I spent a ton of money on these. In lighting alone, I think just for the tubes was roughly $1,200. And I say that just because that's how much I care about, you know, image quality and color reproduction and all that. It's something that y'all would never probably even notice. Even I probably wouldn't even notice, and most camera people probably wouldn't even notice, but just me knowing it alone, yeah, I had to have the high CRI film lights in here. I'm also gonna put some of their film tubes, kind of string them throughout the wall here just to bring a little bit extra light. Now, you'll notice that I actually have closed cell foam here, in here. This is 2 inches of closed cell foam, which was well worth the money. It's actually about 95 degrees outside. It's one of those hot, humid days. We just had some rain. And as you can see here, it's 82 in here, but it's 82 and it's actually really comfortable. It almost feels like it's actually cooler than that. I don't know if the garage doors, where their temperature sensor is, or if it's built into there, but it doesn't even feel like 82 in here. I'm super comfortable. And trust me, I'm someone who doesn't really like the Texas heat that much either. But it's very comfortable in here. That was well worth the money spending to have, sorry, you can hear the cows mooing. It's well worth the money to have a shop like this, have a closed cell spray foam insulated. It also helps with sound, the sound deadening and the reverb a little bit. Now you can also notice up into this about 7 foot, I think 8 mark here, everything's painted white. That does 2 things. Well, it does really serves one purpose. That actually acts as a softbox essentially for all these lights. As I mentioned, there's about 80 or 90,000 lumens of light coming down here on this shop. And what this white does is help soften that up and kind of spreads it out evenly so that it's more evenly lit in here. And as you can see, even on this GoPro, it actually looks pretty good. Now, you'll notice that we didn't have this painted right here, and that's because I'm gonna do 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood all the way across this shop here. So all the way across where you see the yellow, that'll be covered in some 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood. So it'll cover up this foam. It'll also serve to protect it. It's a pretty good solid stuff, but if you're moving around equipment, cars, you know, tools and stuff like that, you could puncture this and damage it. So I will have plywood covering these walls. That's also gonna serve, again, the cows are mooing. That's also gonna serve to, since it's 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood, I can pretty much put wall mount anything within reason, ladders, tool racks, tire racks, stuff like that. It's thick and strong enough that I can mount just about anything up on these walls. All right, so moving on, this is an office that I built or had built here. Had it framed up, but I'm finishing it out myself. I needed I do all these YouTube videos, also do a lot of astrophotography, and since the house that I'm gonna be living in is small, I wanted a place that I could come in here and have a place to put all my camera equipment, have my audio recording equipment, because you know, if you watch my channel, I love doing voiceovers. Actually, I prefer to do voiceover videos rather than like this talking head videos like here. I'm getting a little bit better at it and showing my face, but I'm sorry for the echo in here. But I prefer doing voiceover videos, but this will serve as a nice place to store all my camera gear because I have a ton of stuff. And the nice thing about it in here as well, and I can show you that sheet metal I was talking about, it's still, again, a work in progress. The little shop bathroom. This is some of that old sheet metal that was on the roof of that old milk barn. And we've got some old wood that's from the 40s that was some of that my grandpa had acquired, and we'll kind of put a border around here. I could put some, you know, shop looking bathroom type signs in here. It'd be kind of neat. But yeah, this is gonna be for my computer, editing desk, all that stuff, audio equipment, store all my camera equipment. This whole thing's really just a giant well, man cave for me, but it's also a creative space so I can continue to make these type of YouTube videos and car YouTube videos, because I really enjoy doing that. It's something that I'm slowly trying to get better at, is making more and more content for you guys, because I know y'all like watching the stuff with the Rangers, and I know you like watching stuff on my BMW as well. Now, also to add real quick before I'm done here, I'm going to probably put some little stairs here, because again, this will all be covered in plywood. And there'll be it's not rather stairs, a ladder kind of set up, and I'm gonna store a lot of like empty boxes, car parts, stuff like that. I can store those up here on top of my office. In this section back here, this is where I'm gonna put like my tool benches and all my, I got an old Snap-on tool chest, along with a couple Craftsman ones. And so I'll put all my tools here. I may end up putting some corrugated metal on this spot, because I've got some welding plugs here, and there's one hidden over here. And there's also a bigger plug hidden for my air compressor. I've got a 60-gallon air compressor that I acquired, and I'm gonna clean that up, and that way I've got air. But yeah, so this is the kind of the first episode, if you will, of kind of the build series here. I've got quite a bit of things left to do. Still not sure yet what I'm going to do with the floors. Obviously, it's a shop, bare concrete. I'm okay with it, but I am, as you can kind of tell, I do like aesthetics, and I'm not going to lie. Concrete floor is perfectly functional, but I am looking at doing epoxy. I've gotten a couple quotes, and unfortunately, just because of the cost of everything right now, including this, everything is kind of skyrocketed in terms of cost. Unfortunately, I'm actually kind of doing this paying as I go. That's why it's taking me so long. We didn't hire just one person to do everything. We're kind of hiring contractors as we go, doing things that we can by ourselves, including painting, saving some money that way, hanging all the stuff up. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to do the epoxy myself. I may look at something like race deck floorings, which is basically hard plastic PVC tiles come in 1 foot by 1 foot sections, or we can do 18 by 18 inch sections and do patterns or solid colors. And so race deck is one of the solutions that I'm looking at, because I can actually move all my stuff in, get this ready, start back making videos for you guys, and then install the floor later without having to move everything out to like triple coat the floors with an epoxy. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm excited to bring this all to you, and I'm excited to started working on cars again. I've got plenty of projects in the works, so if you haven't, please consider subscribing. Like the video, let me know what you think of my shop. Let me know what any other things that I may have forgotten, or something that I should do, suggestions, anything like that. But in the meantime, guys, I'll catch you next time, and look forward to getting this done, because I've still got a ton of work.